Love bombing is a manipulative tactic used by individuals to gain control over their partner or potential partner. It involves showering someone with excessive attention, affection, and gifts in order to create a false sense of intimacy and emotional dependence. Here are some signs of love bombing and steps to protect yourself from it while I put my phone on vibrate. Welcome to my restaurant, Selfish, where we're all about positivity, liberation, empowerment, and nurturing self-love and self-care. I'll be your host, FunSize, of course, boudoir photographer, mindset, and body image coach. So today's special is a dose of selfishness, and I hope that you guys actually enjoy the show. Hey guys, and what's up TFS? It's your girl FunSize, and I'm back with another fun creation. So today on the menu we have been asked, I like this guy, but I'm not sure if he really is the one for me. Can you tell me what love bombing is? Because I'm thinking this may not be my person according to TikTok. Well, well, of course, and thank you for the topic. If you are tuning in for today, I'm super excited that I saw this comment. So, nonetheless, for starters, let's just start off by saying take this advice with a grain of salt, for one, as you should be doing with any information that you may be getting off of social media platforms, including TikTok, because TikTok is like our new YouTube and Google, I guess. But and nonetheless, I definitely want to say, be mindful of the information that you are feeding yourself while trying to get information from different coaches and gurus and social media platforms in your case. But nonetheless, as we normally do our intro, and because you guys are my favorite during your self-love and boundary journey, you already know that I'll be snatching edible gems from the menu to help us discuss these subjects. So let's dive into this meal, signs of love bombing and the steps you can take to protect yourself from them. Now, one of the most significant signs of love bombing, and I'm actually learning this, so we are learning all of this together. That's why I said take this information with a grain of salt. But love bombing is the intensity of attention and affection you receive in a short period of time. The person may shower you with compliments, gifts, and affection, and make grand gestures to demonstrate their love and commitment for you. But what you have to understand is this intensity literally fades quickly. Like, as fast as you got it is literally how, I want to say, as fast as you're going to lose it. And it's going to leave you feeling confused and, unfortunately, emotionally drained. This is a love bomber, my queen, okay? Another sign of love bombing is that the person may try to isolate you from your friends and family. So that's something you may have to look into. Like, hey, are they keeping you away from your family and friends? Because, I mean, this also can be ruled as somebody who's an emotional manipulator and can be controlling as a narcissist. It's a thin line between all of those. But needless to say, you asked specifically for the love bomber, which is right up my alley currently during my self-love journey. So that's what we're going to focus on. So, like I said, there's a thin line between narcissists and love bombers, so just be mindful not to self-sabotage out of fear is one of the things I wanted to say, because avoidance are also found in this category, and people tend to think that they shouldn't date avoidance, not knowing that it's given dominance versus subordinates or superior, inferior dynamics, for lack of words at this given moment. I believe it is the correct term for it, though. However, don't worry about that part. But needless to say, you don't deem them as superior. For example, they might want to seek entrepreneurship, or they're already established somewhat and they're starting a business from scratch, which is definitely a smart move in 2024, but it's not a move for everyone. Not a move for everyone. And that's why they made the sidewalks. But now you're viewing the relationship partially and not holistically. You have the you're not on my level mindset, when in all actuality this person could just be dealing with past trauma, lack of self boundaries, and maybe on a journey that may cause their coping mechanisms to be slightly different from yours. However, like I said, that's literally dealing with someone who may be an avoidant, for those who didn't know what the heck an avoidant or someone who is anxious may be. And I also learned that from a young lady who was helping me on my self-love journey. So be sure to check out Do the Work podcast too. Miss Zohar, I appreciate her in a million ways, more than once. But back on to focus, FunSize. Nonetheless, love bombers, like I said, they pretty much ain't hard to kind of notice. So I feel like if you asking this question, then you already kind of got the idea that like, hey, I know what this is. And if I've learned that the hard way too, like when you are doing self work and becoming self assured, like it's definitely not hard to notice though. Like they'll try to discourage you from spending time with others. Oh, excuse you, Lola, with spending time with others and insist on spending all their time with you. Like I said, just be mindful that during your journey you will notice that this is a red flag, as it's a common tactic used by abusers to control their partners. To protect yourself from love bombing, that's what you need to focus on. Not if they are a love bomber. Like, you need to understand that you can handle whatever you have to put yourself through. But God bless you, my girl. But you also have to understand that you kind of just gotta, like, what's the words I'm looking for? You gotta like, you just gotta learn how to protect yourself. There we go. Like I said, protect yourself. Protect yourself at all costs, because it's important to understand that you just need to take things slow. And let me check on Lola for being like all in the mix. So give me a second. But that's the main thought you need to focus on. Remember to just take it slow, do the things that you need to do, and that's how you protect yourself. You got to be cautious of people who come on too strong, too quickly, and just take the time to get to know someone, but before becoming emotionally invested. And I literally just had a conversation with a friend of mine about our previous conversations that we had when we were talking. And if you ask me, it was kind of like a closure conversation. However, I was more so viewing it like this was healthy. This was real healthy. Like the capacity for us to sit here, take up time, give each other energy, still focus on the things that we can talk about versus us coming at each other in a negative standpoint or being disrespectful. I'm here for it. However, did I feel like there were moments that I felt unheard? Yes. But did I have the proper tools and resources and, mental grit to understand that this is something that is not, I want to say, upsetting or unpleasant? I've learned to rule things as pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. And I feel like I expected to have a neutral conversation because I came in a conversation with no expectations, if that makes sense. So that was me and my way of protecting myself and being cautious. So before you get emotionally invested, that's what I need you to do. Like, just take it a little slow. Like, if you got to ask these questions, then you definitely should slow things down. However, additionally, you got to learn how to maintain your independence and continue to spend time with your friends and family, because that's one of the main examples I keep giving out. And the reason why I say this, because I used to be like to the point where I was so insecure. Hold on, like I said, let me check on Lola again, because I don't know why she acting like this during our podcast when she know already what time it is. So yes, like I was saying, she doing all of this before a water break. So I used to be so insecure, like to the point where I would date someone for 3 days and be like, all right, we together, locked in tight like a booty hole, like we living together. But I've also learned on my self journey that was only because I couldn't trust what I couldn't see, and I also lacked like I want to say I had no emotional intelligence. That's like my favorite thing that I'm like putting into my personal development to-do list. And not only that, but I also lack self-boundaries. I was lacking a lot, not too much on myself now. However, what I'm saying is there was a point in time where I too was rushing relationships because I had the mindset of, well, I like who likes me. And of course, the relationships didn't work because I was constantly attracting what wasn't working for me. And doing this was me not being secure or trusting of myself, is what I actually learned. Because like I had signs, like to me personally, I felt like I had signs on my chest reading like vulnerable and gullible, let's have a good time. But not too much on yourself, queen. But it is what it is. That's my story. Domestics and fights and constant lack of genuine love and gaslighting, no repercussions or consequences for my self boundaries whatsoever. That's why I made it my business to, you know what, I'm going to become the best version of myself, because I genuinely cannot fault nobody for this but myself. So if someone, this is why I'm stressing it to you, if someone tries to isolate you, it's important to recognize this as a red flag and seek support from loved ones. Like, you can, honestly, but before I even go into all of that, because Lola's acting like a menace, you can warm up meal number 36, the best time to date during your self-love journey, and dig into some red flags to actually avoid before dating during your self-love journey. Well, I'll be right back. Water break. If you're new here, you have no idea what the heck that means. That just means that I'm going to take a few seconds to myself to hydrate myself, and you are going to do the same. Take a few minutes, pause this podcast and this video, and head over to hydrate yourself if you already haven't brung your coffee and wine and glass of water over with your little notebook and pen. And while you're at it, stay tuned to listen to this commercial as well. Are you ready to celebrate? Okay, so National Drink Wine Day is coming up, and we are going to celebrate it in style if you haven't tuned into any of the podcasts before then. How about a boudoir photo shoot that will make you feel like a star and leave you with memories to cherish for a lifetime? I'll wait. Moment of truth. Don't waste. Book your session today and let us capture your beauty and confidence while you sip on your favorite glass of vino. Okay? Our team of expert photographers will guide you through poses that flatter your body and highlight your best features, all while creating a fun and powerful experience. Don't miss out on this opportunity to treat yourself and indulge in a day of pampering. Book now before it's too late. And we are back. You should be hydrated, so let's jump right back into the show. Finally, trust your instincts. Not every single man is the same and shouldn't be held accountable for the actions of one unhealed individual. So watch how you're putting their responsibility on someone else. However, if something feels off, it's important to listen to your gut and take action to protect yourself. Remember that healthy relationships are built on trust, respect, and open communication. And it's important to prioritize your own well-being above all else, because you also need to keep in mind that uncomfortable conversations build healthy relationships. And all you have to do is give that time, attention, and love that you pour into and seek from others to yourself, because you obviously still have some healing to do, like the rest of us. Plus, unfortunately, we're all out of snacks, my boy. So what I want you to do is love yourself, be kind to yourself, be compassionate towards yourself, and remember that you don't owe it to anyone to become the best version of yourself other than you. So I love you, and thanks for choosing to eat at Selfish, the restaurant. Thank you for stopping past the restaurant today, and I hope you enjoyed this food for your mind. We open daily and would love for you to be a part of our VIP team. So don't forget to rate the show and share us with your friends so that they can become the best version of themselves too. If you want advice and have questions, send me a voice note on Instagram at FunSize Photography. Photography spelled FOTOGRAPHY. We need to be sure that your 2024 hits the million marks this year, and those accounts are flowing with abundance. So no mental blocks this year at all, no excuses. If you're listening and watching me over on the YouTube channel at FunSize Creations, you can see some of my behind the scenes from previous sessions and actually put a voice to a face. So welcome to the Fun Tribe, and be you, do you, and be true. But more importantly, remember, don't forget to love yourself before trying to love someone else, and do one thing a day that gets you out of your comfort zone, because you deserve the finer things in life. That includes hurrying over to my VIP site over on Facebook so that you can also begin manifesting your positive energy through affirmations and boudoir photography. That's facebook.com/groups/fun and bold. So we are not making any excuses. You don't have to wait for a podcast to launch. You don't have to wait for a YouTube video to drop, a reel to post, Instagram video, or Facebook. Everything is already right there at your disposal. So later for now, and